Welcome to IZW. My name is CM Burnham. I will be your host for tonight. We are 1 week removed from the events of Redemption. If you were not here at Redemption, oh my God, all the things that you missed. We'll be dealing with a lot of them tonight, but the fallout from Redemption is going to be felt right here in the Impact Arena tonight. Our main event, Damon Windsor, Angel Blue, in a mixed tag team match against Madam Co-Commissioner Erica and the Convict. That's the main event tonight. We also will hear from the IZW champion Johnny Z in regards to his actions at the end of his match, where he lost by disqualification against Damon Windsor, retained the title, but lost the match. He has some things to say to deal with that particular event last week. And then to open our show, we have a one-on-one confrontation, something that people have been waiting for ever since Coronation. Double D versus Jermaine Johnson, one-on-one. This is Double D's opportunity to finally get some revenge for Jermaine Johnson's actions way back at Coronation, where he cost D the opportunity to regain the IZW Championship. It looks like we're going to start right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Coming to the ring first, he is the captain of the Force, Double D!
Double D last week victorious against Brandon Bishop, pulling out a win in a great match. A match about respect, a match about working together, finally perhaps putting the two of them on the same page now that they've got their issues settled. And now Double D stepping into the ring against the larger-than-life Jermaine Johnson, looking to settle a very old score. As these two men, who at the beginning of this year were tag team partners, they were regular partners together. I fully expected them to be able to take home the tag team championships together until Coronation, where Jermaine Johnson showed his true colors and joined Impact Elite. We now await the arrival of the former two-time IZW champion, Jermaine Johnson.
And his opponent, representing Impact Elite, he is one half of what wrestling should be, larger than life, Jermaine Johnson!
You'll notice that Jermaine Johnson is just a little something around his waist, and that is the tag team championship. Last week, Team Bull came out victorious, taking the tag team titles away from what wrestling should be. Jermaine Johnson tonight not worrying about tag team competition, simply worrying about the man in the ring. Former IZW champion, Double D. Jermaine Johnson, Double D, a long storied history, both as partners and across the ring from each other. That Coronation where Jermaine Johnson was the special referee. Double D's match against Johnny Z. Seemed like all the cards were in place. Double D being able to regain that championship. Until Jermaine Johnson showed his best impersonation of Benedict Arnold. Turned his back on the fans, turned his back on Double D, and aligned himself with the natural born leader. And still, IZW champion, Johnny Z. All right, the bell rings and we are off with this match. Fully expect this to be a very personal issue here, at least on the part of Double D. I know he wants to prove something here. You can see him looking to the crowd, looking for support. And already the crowd getting underneath Jermaine Johnson's skin. Well, it appears that Jermaine Johnson will be getting absolutely no support from our assembled crowd here, the IZW World, in full effect at the Impact Arena. We thank you for joining us live on GFL TV. We are live every week, 7 p.m. Central Time. We invite you to tune in every single week as we build down towards November 2nd, Halloween Hangover, our next huge pay-per-view event. Double D already announced he will be the #1 man in the Monsters Bash Battle Royal, the winner of the Monsters Bash Battle Royal, to earn a shot at the IZW Championship. Right now, that is not what is on his mind. Right now, Double D simply wants to get past Jermaine Johnson, wants to prove a point, wants to get some revenge. The action's back in May. Nice Irish whip there by Jermaine Johnson, corner to corner, as he prepares to charge in. Diving splash, nobody home. D with a schoolboy. Could this be it? Referee down. Not quite 2 from referee Chance Snodgrass. But he does not let up. Relentless in his approach. Ducks the clothesline. D up, tilt the whirl, spin it around, takes Jermaine Johnson over. Once again, referee down. This time, solid 2 count, but no more. I know no competitor that has more heart, more determination than Double D. He has fought the odds since he first stepped foot here in IZW. He has climbed to that mountaintop once already to achieve the IZW Championship last year at Redemption. One of the 2 men he beat in a triple threat ladder match, Jermaine Johnson. The very first time Johnson was not victorious in a ladder match here in IZW, and you see D feeling the force, making the side. Here comes the force chop, put down, larger than life, and here we go with a pin. Good grapevine to that leg, but still not enough to keep Jermaine Johnson down. And now D firing up this crowd. D going up top, goes for the crossbody, nobody home. That is usually all it takes for Double D to put away his opponents. But Jermaine Johnson had that well scouted. And now Johnson in, clubbing forearms to the back of the neck. Only good enough for a 2 count. Johnson now. High vertical suplex. Stalling it out. And dropping him. Not going for the suplex, but instead dropping him abdomen first across that top rope. Those ropes are covered with a thin level of rubber, but they are steel underneath. And baseball-style drop kick. Right to the face of Double D. Hooking that leg, and could that be it? No! Referee Chance Snodgrass, 2.5. And the crowd here, the IZW World, letting Jermaine Johnson know that perhaps he would be better off suited in competition with Erica and Angel Blue, as they are calling him a diva. Nice power slam there by Johnson. Again, deep hook of the leg. And once again, only good enough for 2. The heart, the fire, there was never say die attitude from Double D showing through. Johnson now with a blatant choke across the ropes. He knows he's got till 5 to stop it. Breaks it shortly, then right back again to the chokes, depriving Double D of that precious oxygen he needs in order to keep that high energy offense up. Johnson now, dropping the weight of that thigh right across the neck. And again, driving the throat across the middle rope. The fans expressing their discontent with the actions of larger-than-life Jermaine Johnson. No! What a chop. Johnson with a second one. Johnson, come on, Johnson mocking Double D. Johnson giving the signal of the force. Johnson moving in, goes for the forced chop. And D with a knee right to the head. Here we go, repeated knee strikes in the corner. He's up to 8, 9. And setting for the one final, the running one, right there. Drops Johnson down. D once again in with the hook. And again, only good for 2, only enough for 2. Jermaine Johnson, a world-class athlete, is going to take a lot to put him down. It's going to take a lot to put either of these men down and bring this match to an end.
Here we go!
This will be a main event quality match any night here in the Impact Arena. We are opening the show with this, which just shows you the quality of entertainment you can expect tonight. On IZW Adrenaline, as you see a sit-out powerbomb. And, 2 9/10. And you can see Johnson, he thought that was it. He's pleading with referee Shane Snodgrass, saying, come on. Johnson now, the rear waist lock in a sitting position, compressing those ribs, compressing the lungs along with them, again, depriving oxygen to the captain of the force. Trying to fight this way, trying to fight up. Elbow strike to the side of the head. The second one, finally getting him to break that rear waist lock. And Johnson with a spin wheel kick puts D back down again. And again, right down in for that pin. Look at how deeply, you see how deeply Johnson hooks that pin. You can see that he is taking this very seriously. As again, pin attempt after pin attempt, and he is just a fraction of a second, a millimeter of a second away from getting that pin. Look at Johnson standing over Double D. You can see the expression on Johnson's face. He is all business in this match. So now he sits D on that top rope. I think perhaps maybe going for a suplex. D trying to fight him back, trying to get some distance there. Now D up to the top rope himself. A little bit of a slip of the footage, but it did not affect the drop kick from the top rope. Now both men down. Whichever one is able to get to their feet first in this situation should have the advantage. D back up to his knees. Johnson looking for the ropes. It looks like Johnson back up to his feet first. But D right behind him up to the top rope. Off the top, and Johnson catches him. Hooks him, Samoan drop. I think this may absolutely be it. Oh, wow. You know, I'm not a fan of Jermaine Johnson's attitude, but I do not deny his ability, and I've got to agree with him. What does he have to do to put away Double D? He keeps coming so close in these efforts. Johnson now up into the high rent district himself. He is not afraid to step up here along with Double D. And Johnson waiting off the top. Oh! And D from the top, cross body, hooks that leg, 2 and 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Double D!
Well, it was a hard-fought victory. It was very close on both men's part. But finally, after a high crossbody from Double D once again, the captain of the force comes out victorious, just as he did last week against Brandon Bishop. And now, Double D can once again set his eyes forward to November 2nd at the Monsters Bash Battle Royal, to wanting to duplicate his effort from last year, entering at number 1 and going all the way through to win the Monsters Bash Battle Royal a second time. thus gained an opportunity to once again challenge whoever the IZW champion be it the natural born leader Johnny Z as it currently is, be it perhaps David Windsor, who will be getting a rematch at Halloween Hangover that was announced live here to the crowd earlier. It's an amazing night and we are just getting started.
Man, I'm delicious. It's so delicious. Oh, God, I love this body. So, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, right? Why is Angel Camacho so big, bad, woo, and sexy? Then I started thinking, I mean, do I really need to explain? Do you see this? Do you see these looks? This delicious, luscious body? I just love rubbing on this. Whew. Then I started thinking, I can't be the only one to think this. The IZW fans definitely think the same thing that Camacho's thinking. So, this is the reason why I am the fan favorite to win the Monster Bash. You guys think, why? Why Angel? Why Camacho? I mean, come on, seriously? Look at this body. I mean, come on. Do you see this sexy and luscious body? So delicious. And I got to thinking too, maybe, I'm gonna show you guys tonight why I'm gonna win the Monster Bash. You wait. You see. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Marianne Albright here. I'm standing with the IZW Impact Division Champion, Drake Gallows. Drake, last week you overcame the odds and retained that title against 5 other men. It's obvious that you'll go to great lengths to keep that championship. Tell us exactly what it means to you.
What this means to me? What the Impact Division Championship means to me? This title means everything to me. I'll do anything to keep this title. It doesn't matter if I have 1 opponent, 3 opponents, or 5 opponents. At Redemption, I think I proved that pretty well. Kevin Morgan, 7-foot badass, not very smart, but 7 feet nonetheless. Well, you might be 7 feet, but I'll jump 20 feet and bust your nose to keep this title. That's what this title means to me. Who does that? Drake Gallows. That's it.
Drake Gallows. Yeah, you jumped 20 feet and busted my nose. But just remember something, Drake. There was 4 other guys in that match besides you and I. Next time, you won't be so lucky. Because next time, it's gonna be you and me. And I am gonna walk out the Impact Division champion. And you will fear me.
Well, some very pointed words there by the image of fear. Kevin Morgan, one of the members of Impact Elite. But at this time, we await the arrival of the leader of Impact Elite, the IZW champion, Johnny Z. Johnny Z wanting to address the IZW world, wanting to get some things off his chest regarding the actions from last week, the end of his championship match against Big Business Damon Windsor. Did not see that match. You can catch the replay on GFL TV, GFL.TV, excuse me.
Ladies and gentlemen, your IZW champion, Johnny Z.
Johnny Z, accompanied by Madam Co-Commissioner Erica, who was victorious herself in the first ever dog collar chain match for women here in Oklahoma. She now accompanies the IZW champion, Johnny Z, to the ring. Johnny Z, there's no way that he can be proud of himself after his actions last week. Absolutely not. We wait for them to get into the ring. You can see that the fans are just as upset this week as they were last. I'm sure they're going to have some very choice words with the fans here, and I personally cannot wait to hear the explanation that Johnny Z has for his actions against referee Mark Wilson at the end of his championship match with David Windsor.
First off, chump, I don't need your help. There's a reason I'm the natural born leader. And it's because I came up with that, and it goes a little like this. Johnny Z! Johnny Z! Johnny Z! Johnny Z! Johnny Z! You suck!
Now, obviously, since you all see, we raise expectations. You all witnessed what happened last week. You all witnessed what happened last week. Apparently, now an official has filed a grievance before our Savior, the natural born leader, Johnny Z, deals with this official. I would like the official to first step out here and state his grievance. So, Mark Wilson, come on down.
Well, apparently Mark Wilson filing a grievance here at IZW regarding the actions.
Let's go. I don't have all day.
And I can't exactly blame him after Johnny Z kicked him, well, in the nether regions, I guess we could say, and earned himself a disqualification.
Whoa. You do not just step up onto the natural born leader like that.
Are you trying to get your face kicked off, son?
Now, Mr. Grumpy Gills, what is your grievance?
Why is there a grievance?
Yeah, why is there a grievance? Everybody's happy, right?
I'm ecstatic. What's wrong?
20 years ago, I would have kicked your ass.
Wow. Mark Wilson showed us some of the things that Johnny
I guess
did
we're
last
lucky
week.
it's not 20 years ago, as your receding hairline so eloquently points out. So now, on to this grievance, champ. What might be your issue with the savior of wrestling? You know, instead of filing grievances against me, you should do like any wise person would do, and that's get on your knees and bow before me. Worship me. Accept my message and become more than you've ever been in your entire life.
Let me make something clear to you. Damon Windsor earned that match last week. And you did everything to try to get yourself disqualified. And you were that close to losing that belt right there. But let me make this clear. It's not 20 years ago. I've got a family to take care of. So my only recourse is to file a grievance. When you kicked me in the ball,
Well, it's not as if Johnny Z didn't do what Mark Wilson was about to say there.
This is a family show.
abuse of power! Abuse of power! That's you! You abused your power, pal! You got me? You abused your power!
Hey! Whoa! 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 Are you mentally stable?
You hired me!
Hey! Calm down. Okay, so you stated your issue. So I kicked you below the belt. That's your grievance?
That's my grievance.
Well, let's get to my grievance. The one that I filed against you for your poor job of officiating last Saturday. You see, not only should you have already disqualified the match at least 10 minutes earlier, at that precise moment, just a few seconds earlier, you should have disqualified Damon Windsor for grabbing me around the throat and choking me and forcing me to kick him below the belt just so I wouldn't pass out. Yeah. And so then, when you didn't throw the match out because he was choking me, you see, you and I have a different view of what kicking you below the belt was all about. You see, you call it an abuse of power. The natural born leader calls it making you do your job. And it just seems that the powers that be agree with me. So you see, I made you do your job. You made a disqualification, although it may have been the wrong one. I believe Damon Windsor was the loser in that match. I do still have the IZW Championship. And should you have a problem with my decision, Mark Wilson, well, then maybe we can talk about an abuse of power.
Mark Wilson simply airing his grievance. I guess maybe, well, now I guess it's going to be a little more even because here comes the other man involved in this entire situation. Here's big business Damon Windsor, the man who was very close last week to capturing the IZW Championship that Johnny Z holds there. You know that even though Damon Windsor was announced as the winner of that match, he didn't gain the championship, and that's what that match was all about, so he cannot be a happy man.
Johnny Z, have you lost your mind? I mean, abusing officials, intimidating referees. What's happened to you, Johnny? I mean, you used to be the master of the mind game, right? And then, at Redemption, you laid all your cards on the table. Now everybody knows just how scared you are. And you've got a real good reason to be scared. Because you were this close to getting chokeslammed in the middle of this ring and me walking out with that. But you know what? That's okay. Because there's a show coming up and it's called Halloween Hangover. November 2nd, and I get my rematch for the IZW Championship. And at Halloween Hangover, I'm gonna guarantee that the man who wins the Monsters Bash should prepare himself to face big business at Chaotic Christmas.
That's some very strong words there for the man who will once again be challenging.
They should prepare to face big business at Chaotic Christmas. Well, let's see. I'm pretty sure I just heard that same guarantee about a show that happened a week ago at Redemption. And it seems that was a pretty big letdown for you and all your fans. Just like most of your career has been a letdown to this point. And you see, at Chaotic Christmas, I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen, Damon Windsor. I'm not going to be facing you because at Halloween Hangover, you're guaranteed it's going to be like everything else in your life. It's going to be a letdown.
Johnny C not mincing words there with the #1 contender to the IZW Championship, big business Damon Windsor. But there will be a rematch. You heard it right there, fans. A rematch for the IZW Championship. Johnny C, Damon Windsor, Halloween Hangover, November 2nd. Once again, the two will square off. And we will see exactly what it is that Damon Windsor can do this time. He promises that he is going to be the new IZW champion when Chaotic Christmas comes around. That certainly remains to be seen. Still to come tonight, you will once again see Damon Windsor in our main event teaming with Angel Blue against the Convict and Madam Commissioner Erica. You have to wonder, if you were here last week, when it comes to Angel Blue, you have to wonder exactly what physical condition she is in after suffering that 15-20 in an absolutely despicable act. Delivered a 15-20 by the Convict onto her, laying her out after a completely brutal dog collar chain match between her and Madam Commissioner Erica. What physical condition will Angel Blue be in? We'll find that out in the main event later on. Fans, we also have later on tonight a conflict between two of the members in that amazing six-pack challenge. Again, I want to stress, if you did not see Redemption live, if you were not able to be here, please pick it up on the replay. Buy the replay on GFL.TV. You will not be disappointed. All the matches, top caliber matches, and we'll be seeing two of those two men, Copycat and Angel Camacho, later tonight in this ring as they'll face off one-on-one as well. But right now, we prepare to once again be graced by a member of Impact Elite. As speaking of Drake Gallows, he will be taking on a former IZW Impact Division champion in the form of Lights Out Jordan Jacobs.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Coming to the ring first, representing Impact Elite, he is one half of what wrestling should be. Lights Out Jordan Jacobs!
Jordan Jacobs certainly feeling a little bit lighter, not having that tag team championship belt around his waist. But just like his partner Jermaine Johnson earlier, he is not really focused on tag team wrestling tonight, as he will be facing the current IZW Impact Division champion, the man lands 35 feet to the floor, crashing down on all 5 other competitors in that 6-pack challenge for the Impact Division Championship. It is something that had to be seen, had to be witnessed, and in my case, had to be lived through in order to be believed. Now we await the arrival of the current Impact Division Champion, a man who continues to impress me week after week.
And his opponent, he is your IZW Impact Division Champion, the Urban Legend, Drake Gallows!
Drake Gallows making his way to the ring, proudly wearing that Impact Division Championship around his waist. He fought for 20 minutes to retain that championship against 5 other men. It did slip away from him, and towards the beginning of the match, going into the hands of Montego Sika, passes along to Angel Camacho, ultimately making its way back to Gallows with about 15 seconds left in that match. And Drake showing an incredible amount of mentality, of brilliance, removed his 3 competitors who were still in the ring, kicked them out of the ring, and then as the image of fear, Kevin Morgan, made his way back in, trying perhaps to pick up a quick victory in the last 8 seconds of the match. Gallows simply slid out of the ring and walked away, waking his way up the ramp to sit up top here, outsmarting the image of fear, and walking away still Impact Division Champion. Well, tonight it's just a one-on-one conflict, 2 men, and you know, I don't think it's any stretch to say that Jordan Jacobs is not physically anywhere near Kevin Morgan, so you can't exactly consider this a tune-up match for what I'm sure will be a future conflict one-on-one between Gallows and Morgan. But make no mistake, Jacobs is a complete threat to any championship he chooses to set his eyes on. Oh, wow! Gallows just throwing Jacobs down. Now a nice fireman's carry. And Gallows has focused on the arms of Lights Out Jordan Jacobs. Going back and forth, basically working both arms in the early stages of this match. But now turning over essentially to an overhand wrist lock. And you can hear referee Mark Wilson tell him Jacobs to get off the hair.
I want a clean break.
That's about the only way that Jacobs was going to fight his way out of that. Oh. Big kick into the side, to the chest. And now kicks in the front and the back of Drake Gallows, the current Impact Division champion. And you know that in the back, you know Kevin Morgan is watching this at the monitor. Probably along with the other members of Impact Elite. Jacobs now firing off a big forearm shot, but Gallows meets him with one of his own. Measures him for a second one. It's got Jacobs reeling against the ropes. Opens up Jacobs' chest. Oh! Big chop. And a second one. Gallows now. Irish whip. Jacobs tried to take. Wow! Wow! Jacobs tried to take Gallows' head off with a clothesline. Gallows ducked and then delivered an axe to the back of the head. And Gallows now in control of this match. Good side headlock, takes his opponent over. And cinches it up close, taking control of that head. You control the head, you control the body. You can slow down the pace of this match as much as you want, because your opponent has to go where you direct. Jordan now, able to fight his way out of that headlock, Irish whip. Gallows reverses it, but as he moves in, Jordan dropping Gallows face first into that second ring turnbuckle. Then uses the ring as an additional weapon, delivering some impact of his own. Nice snap there by Jordan Jacobs, but only good enough for 2. In addition to Impact Elite back there watching, I'm sure that Team Bull is also observing this as well, as I fully expect what wrestling should be to announce at some point soon that they will be exercising their rematch clause for an effort to an option to regain their tag team champion. Oh my God! Oh my! Oh my God! Drake Gallows just shoved Jordan Jacobs off that top turnbuckle, and he went crashing all the way to the floor. And Gallows firing himself up through the second rope. Crossbody to Jordan Jacobs, who was trying to make his way back into the safe area, back in the ring, and now both men on the outside. That's the type of action that Drake Gallows displayed last week as he was thrown over the wall behind the announce area, crawled his way back up, and dove over the announce table. That's the type of high-risk attitude that Drake Gallows will put on full display for his fans in an effort to defend that Impact Division Championship. Right now, though, it looks like Jordan Jacobs has got the better of the recovery as he's trying to. I'm not exactly certain what he's trying to do with Drake Gallows there, but now both of them up on the second rope, fighting it out, duking it out on the top of the turnbuckle there, changing blows. Gallows will go for a superplex off the. Come on! I mean, there's a line between gutsy and crazy. Jordan all the way up to the top, and again, Gallows just throwing Jordan Jacobs around this ring. Gallows looked like maybe he was going to set for a moonsault, and Jacobs quickly knocking that top rope, causing Gallows to lose balance, and delivering a DDT right there in the center of the ring. Jacobs in, goes for the lateral press, but only good for 2. Jordan now looking to take the rest of the advantage. An Irish whip and reversal. Jordan quickly behind. Schoolboy's over. Drake now picks up Jordan Jacobs, trying to go for a Splash Mountain powerbomb. Jacobs over the top and driven face down. Then, 2 count only, referee Mark Wilson. As Gallows attempts to fire up this crowd. Gallows back into the corner and is met with a shoulder from lights out Jordan Jacobs. Repeated shoulder blocks into the midsection of Gallows, and Jacobs now picking Gallows up, placing him on that top turnbuckle, and climbing up to meet him. Both these men showing no fear, no restraint. Jacobs looking for the Hurricanrana. Gallows had that well scouted, blocked it. And Gallows once again looking to connect with the moonsault. He catches Jacobs across the face with the chin. 2 3/4. Wilson says, not quite enough. Not quite enough. As Jacobs now positions toward the corner, gonna go, drive both knees in there. Gallows catches him, positions him on the top. Looks to try to catch the emo killer. And now both men laid out in the ring, in the middle of the ring. Fans showing no support for Jordan Jacobs and his Impact Elite brethren. But if Jacobs can pull off the win, here we go again. Jacobs put down with the Emo Killer. And that's it, both legs hooked. And I don't think it was necessary.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Drake Gallows!
Well, Drake Gallows victorious tonight against one member of Impact Elite in the form of Jordan Jacobs, but that is not the member he wants. He wants to prove that the image of fear, Kevin Morgan, that he can't beat him one-on-one. And I feel very certain that we will soon be seeing a one-on-one conflict between those two men. And if I know Drake Gallows, it's going to take an extraordinary effort to put any fear in his heart. This man, who is willing to put his body on the line, shows no fear in the actions that he takes to defend that championship that he holds so proudly. That Impact Division title, as he makes his way around, greeting his fans, showing thanks for the support he has in his continuing battles to be the IZW Impact Division champion.
I know! It looks amazing on me! And you know what? This tiara looks amazing on you. I mean, you deserve to wear that tiara more than Angel Blue or Miss Dyslexia. Could you honestly believe that they tried to defeat me? Me, the most powerful being on Earth. I control the universe, right? But tonight's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be great. I mean, Angel Blue, she's already broken. So that's gonna be simple. Damon Windsor, convict Damon Windsor, he couldn't even put up a fight against our savior, the natural born leader Johnny Z. So obviously, you're gonna destroy him. I mean, honestly, if it wasn't for me, you'd still be in a cage somewhere squawking, Polly wants another cracker. Speechless, I see? That's good. I love that quality about you. You don't say a word, but you go in there and you destroy. And that's what I need out of you tonight. You know what? I just might let you do all the work. Nightshade, okay, let's talk about remodeling. I think I want 5 mirrors up here, 5 up there. I like drapes. Do you like drapes? I love drapes.
Well, fans, you know, there are some things that you just can't explain no matter whether you see them or not. Madam Commissioner Erica talking to a stuffed unicorn and getting about the same level of conversation out of the convict that she gets every week. That's okay as long as she keeps him far away from me. And once again, it seems to
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Coming to the ring first, representing Impact Elite, he is the image of fear, Kevin Morgan.
Well, it seems to be the night of Impact Elite, at least in terms of making entrances. But their record tonight is not exactly stellar. Jermaine Johnson going down to defeat against Double D in our opener. Jordan Jacobs dropping a pinfall to the Impact Division champion, Drake Gallows. And now Kevin Morgan, the image of fear, steps into the ring to take on one half of the new IZW Tag Team Champions, the Bronze Bull. Bronze Bull, 6-time former IZW champion Kevin Morgan, a former IZW champion himself. Morgan also former IZW Tag Team champion on 4 different occasions with 2 different partners. But this is the first time in the long history that the Bronze Bull has been in the IZW that he has ever been a Tag Team champion. He and Team Bull fulfilled the wishes of the gods and brought those championships home to Mount Olympus. The arena darkens as we await the to descend from Mount Olympus and grace us with his presence.
And his opponent, he is one half of your IZW Tag Team Champions. He is Bronze Bull!
Well, Bronze Bull stepping out here, now making a retreat back through the entranceway. I'm not certain what's going on here. Oh, bringing out his Tag Team Championship belt. And his partner, Brass Bull Bobby Starr, fighting a very long month after month conflict against what wrestling should be, to finally officially secure the possession of those Tag Team Championship belts. Obviously tonight it will be one-on-one competition. The man from Mount Olympus, as he completes his entrance. And this will be a battle of the big men. Both these men certainly close to that super heavyweight category. And once again, the IZW world questioning the gender accuracy of Madam Co-Commissioner Erica. Well, no waiting on the part of the Image of Fear as referee Mark Wilson quickly calls for the bell. And Kevin Morgan stripping off the brand new Team Bull t-shirt that you can pick up here if you come to the Impact Arena here in Lawton, Oklahoma. Oh, and spinning on the new, come on. Nobody treats the Impact Elite t-shirts that way. Bull now, Bronze Bull firing back. Driving Morgan's head into the corner there. And as I said, this is going to be a battle of the big men. You're going to see a lot of punches. You're going to see a lot of power. You're going to see both these men shoving each other around. It's not going to be an aerial artistry match. Oh, big headbutt by the Bronze Bull. Quick punch to the midsection. As again, corner to corner, introducing Kevin Morgan's forehead to those turnbuckle pads. Upstairs and downstairs goes the Bronze Bull. And now, looking the Image of Fear, trying to go for a suplex. Morgan blocking that neck with one of his own. Seems to have set the Bronze Bull off of his game plan ever so slightly as Morgan follows up with a quick kick to the midsection. Both these men would love to be able to come out victorious in the Monsters Bash Battle Royal. The Bronze Bull, formerly victorious in that match. But they would both love to be able to once again have the opportunity to ascend to the top and challenge for the IZW Championship. The Bronze Bull, it could be a record-setting 7th time, as no man has dominated that title the way the Bronze Bull has. Right now, though, Bronze Bull dominating Kevin Morgan, firing off those right hands, and Morgan catching the Bull in the midsection. Oh, nice uppercut delivered right there. And even Morgan felt the effects of that one on the chin of the Bronze Bull. Those guys' chins are pretty harsh. Bull charging in. And off the ropes, trying to cut the big redwood that is the Image of Fear down. Repeated clotheslines. Off the rope, and Morgan with a big boot to the face of the Bronze Bull. Morgan now with a measured knee into the sternum of the IZW Tag Team champion. And now stomping into the midsection. Morgan now getting into a verbal confrontation with the fans at ringside, but never completely taking his attention away from the Bronze Bull as he delivers a few repeated headbutts, maybe having a little more effect on Morgan himself, but that boot certainly had a lot of effect. And here we go, Morgan down for a pin, only good enough for 2. Mark Wilson. You know, Mark Wilson stood up to IZW champion Johnny Z earlier. I don't think he's going to back down from the image of fear. And Madam Commissioner Erica. Well, the image of fear a little slow to follow up there. Not enough to get himself one. And now just a blatant choke. Mixed tag team match as the convict and Madam Commissioner Erica will take on Damon Winter and Angel Blue. We also have Angel Camacho and Copycat still in our future as well here. Right now, these 2 big behemoths battling it out in the middle of the ring. Oh! Killing those sectoral regions of the Brass Bull, but it seems to inspire the Bull. The Bull now firing up. Bull trying to go for an Irish jab. Morgan reverses it and catches it. Lays it down, with that brutal clothesline goes in. Overconfidence there on the part of the image of fear, and that's it. Both palms to the chest. I don't think it's enough for that to keep the Bronze Bull down. As the posterior of Kevin Morgan impacted, well, it made an impact of its own, but not the way he wanted to. Gallows victorious tonight against one member of his clothesline. Crisscross. There's a spear from the Bronze Bull. Bull now goes in, hooks the leg, referee down, 1, 2, and very smart move, good ring awareness on the part of Kevin Morgan. Now signifying that this is going to be over as he picks up the image of fear.
Do I have your attention? Oh, hello, Bronze Bull. Does this look familiar? Because it does to me. It looks like stolen property. It looks like what you stole from me and Lights Out Jordan Jacobs last week at Redemption. Oh, where is Lights Out Jordan Jacobs? He's a tad bit busy at the moment. Let me show you.
Well, the Bronze Bull leaving the ring area, running to the back, trying to go to the aid of his partner. The Brass Bull, Bobby Starr, was suffering a 2-on-1 attack by what wrestling should be. Referee Mark Wilson now up to 5. I don't think the Bronze Bull is really focused on what's happening. Okay, well, now we're back. Bronze Bull coming to the rescue of his partner, the Brass Bull, Bobby Starr. Another 2-on-1 attack. Another 2-on-1 attack here. By what wrestling should be in the backstage area. So I said earlier tonight that Jordan and Jermaine Underwood were focused on tag team wrestling. Apparently I was wrong, because they had this plan in mind the whole time. And while the Bronze Bull was in the back, referee Mark Wilson actually counted to 10, counted but Madam Commissioner Erica refused to allow Mark Wilson to signal for a bell, and Madam Commissioner Erica has called for a timeout. There are no timeouts in wrestling. And look, Kevin Morgan trying to intimidate. Well, here we go, fans. Here comes what wrestling should be, dragging the Bronze Bull back up to the entrance area. Now, kicking him down the ramp. Bronze Bull fighting back, trying to fight. If it's 2-on-1, 3-on-1, if he actually gets into the ring here, if all of them get into the ring. And now, Jermaine throwing the Bronze Bull back into the ring. He's going to be easy pickings here. Impact Elite, once again, using the numbers advantage. And Kevin Morgan with the detonator. And Mark Wilson doesn't want to count this. I don't blame him. But Mark Wilson in an old position to refuse here. Counts down the Bronze Bull.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Kevin Morgan.
Kevin Morgan announced as the winner of this match, but give the assist to the rest of Impact Elite. I'm sure Bob Starr is still laid out in the back, and now what wrestling should be hauling the Bronze Bull up to his feet. And Madam Commissioner Erica with a slap across the face. How humiliating. No! Vicious punch by the Image of Fear, dropping the Bronze Bull. And Jermaine Johnson still directing traffic as Jordan Jacobs goes outside, takes the Bronze Bull's Tag Team Championship title. Is this what Impact Elite is all about now? Is this what they're all about here? Gangland mentality? And now, Jermaine Johnson hoisting up the Bronze Bull with Jordan Jacobs' assistance putting him down. Now, once again, calling Mark Wilson into the ring. And now, Jordan Jacobs making a cover. This isn't a match. Well, I suppose, oh, come on, really? Is this what we're going to do all night? We're just going to... Oh, hey, that wasn't enough. That wasn't enough there. Now, dropping the Bronze Bull one more time. Mark Wilson forced down to count again. All right, you've had your moment. The crowd here just sits in absolute disgust of what they're witnessing in the ring. Yeah, you're big men. All four of you to lay out the Bronze Bull. Impact will make their way up to the top of the ramp. And that's a little bit disgusting over this week. But back in the ring. Ron Bowman his way back up. You gotta admire the dedication, you gotta admire the guts and the heart of your IZW Tag Team Champion as he went to the back to help his partner and suffered a 2-on-1 attack back there. Turns into a 3-on-1 attack out here, basically a 4-on-1 attack when you include Madam Commissioner Erica. Bronze Bull able to walk out on his own power, walk his way up. Trust me, he will have his day to face off against the members of Impact Elite.
An opportunity at glory, a chance to carve your name into history, the quest for immortality. November 2nd, the entire IZW roster will wage war. Many will fall, but only one will move on to chaotic Christmas and challenge for the IZW Championship. The Monsters Bash Battle Royal. It's coming. Halloween Hangover.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Marianne Albright. I'm here to remind you that you can catch our last iPay-per-view redemption on GFL.TV on demand. Also, November 2nd, we have Halloween Hangover. That pay-per-view will feature the Monsters Bash Battle Royal. The winner of that match gets a shot at the IZW Championship at Chaotic Christmas. Don't look too far ahead into the future, though. Tonight we have a huge main event coming up. Mixed tag action. Big Business Damon Windsor teaming with Angel Blue to take on the Convict and Madam Commissioner. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be an exciting night. I'll see you next week.
Well, fans are going to want to mark your calendar. 2 huge dates in the near future. November 2nd, Halloween Hangover. The next huge pay-per-view that IZW will put on, the Monsters Bash Battle Royal, 30 men, the entire IZW roster, all vying for an opportunity to challenge for the IZW Championship. Last year, Double D forced to defend his championship in that match. This year, walking in number one again, but with the goal on his mind to make his way all the way to the end to challenge for the opportunity to regain his championship. You also saw March 15th, 2014, coronation, a decade of IZW at the Great Plains Coliseum. It will be the biggest show, I am not overstating this one, the biggest show that IZW has ever put on as we celebrate 10 amazing years of IZW performing right here in the great state of Oklahoma. On our way to the ring now, two of the men in last week's amazing,
Ladies and gentlemen, Angel Camacho.
Amazing six-pack challenge. Angel Camacho on his way out here. Angel Camacho now making his way into the ring. Obviously, the microphone in his hand, he's got something on his mind. Besides the fact that he is, as he likes to say, big, bad, and sexy. Pardon me while I get a drink to wash up the small amount of bile that just came up with saying that. Not just your street man, that is indeed the body of Angel Camacho. Camacho, one of the six competitors last week in that six-pack challenge. He briefly was able to be the IZW Impact Division Championship in the course of that match before losing it back to Drake Gallows in the final seconds of that confrontation. Let's hear what Angel Camacho has to say in the IZW world.
I need a bro. I need a bro. Yeah, you need a girlfriend. So, just like I promised you guys earlier, first off, I thought I'd come out and let you guys see this sexiness, this delicious body.
Perhaps we need to hand out air sickness bags to the fans.
They want me,
world.
but they can't touch me. Anyway, so I was thinking, maybe for the first time ever in IZW, I'd bring the big, bad, and sexy challenge. Because I am big, bad, and I'm so sexy. I would say that. So I was thinking, the big challenge, see, because I'm big, we make it an over the top rope challenge. And I issue that challenge to anyone.
Well, it appears we're going to be joined by another member of that six-pack challenge from last week.
Whoa. Cut it. I wasn't talking about my music. I was talking about this fool's microphone. Will you please cut that off?
Yes.
Look, Angel Camacho, I was trying to understand you in the back. Luckily, the TV's back there has captions, so I was to understand what you were saying. Okay. You want to have the big, bad, and sexy challenge? Well, you are big, huge, obese. The only thing bad on you is your smell. And the only thing that's sexy is this guy right here in this ring.
You're making me mad.
I tell you what, Let's do your challenge, the over top rope challenge. Your big challenge, Angel Camacho, and the worst in the world, Copycat, is here to accept. Yes, you are going to learn today.
Well, it appears that Copycat has stepped up to accept this big challenge. Big, bad, and sexy challenge. I'm not certain if these are separate things or what, but it's an over-the-top rope challenge, I believe. No rules were exactly explained in this type of thing. In these type of matches I've seen before, the goal is very simple. The first person to throw his opponent over the top rope, have them land on the outside of the ring, is the winner of this match, or the winner of that type of match. I assume it's the same type of thing here. Once again, fans, well, there's no rating system on the internet. I really don't have anything to say about that. I can't bring this up to. Copycat now is showing off a very good scientific background. He chain wrestles his way around and goes for a reverse waist lock. That's a mighty big waist to be locking. Copycat drops Angel Camacho with a DDT. That might not exactly be the best move on his part. He's got to get, assuming again, if I'm correct in understanding this, he's got to get Angel Camacho over the top rope. Now Copycat trying to knock down the girth of the Puerto Rican puncher, Angel Camacho. Across the back of the head. Seems like Copycat has a few fans out here in the ringside area. Copycat again trying to hoist Angel over the top. Camacho, though, hoisting up Copycat with great ease, dropping him down. Camacho, absolutely one of the biggest, one of the toughest men here in IZW. And who plowed through the ranks in his early weeks here, showing he had no remorse. That he was here simply to prove a point, to make an impact, and to become a star, as all the people who walk through that curtain want to be. Copycat now being choked in the corner by Angel Camacho. Relentless Angel Camacho. Copycat fires back. Fist to the midsection. Fist to the side of the face. Pushes Camacho into the corner. Double chops. Camacho! That's a Pele kick! That's a over 300-pound man delivering a Pele kick! Camacho, no. Oh, come on. There's no way, please. Please cut the monitor. Please don't let me see that. Angel Camacho. Driving the weight of his posterior region right into the head and neck area of Copycat, and now picking up Copycat. He's got him halfway over that top rope. He needs to force more leverage down on that neck in order to carry the center of gravity over the top. Copycat able to fight back in. Copycat delivering those upper those European-style forearms. Oh, Camacho, the full weight of his body, smack dab in the face of the man who calls himself the worst in the world. But it's not enough to put him out, as you just saw Copycat slap Camacho right across the cheek. No! The full weight of Angel Camacho right down across the ribcage of the worst in the world, Copycat. And again, Camacho trying. He's got him over the top, and he's got to get him down to the floor. He's got to get him all the way over to the floor. And that's not where Copycat went. Copycat standing toe-to-toe with Camacho. Strikes and kicks. But Camacho catches Copycat, picks him up, hoists him over the shoulder. Where's he going to go from here? Trying to go over the top. Copycat slides down the back and delivers a diving shoulder block. Knocking down the Puerto Rican Punisher. Mark Wilson checking on both men. Again, there's not really any point in delivering a count out here. You just got to force your opponent over the top rope. And now standing once again, exchanging blows or attempting to exchange blows. Copycat blocking every cross arm that Angel Camacho tries to deliver in. Copycat drop kicking knee. But Copycat hoisted, elevated, and dropped on the back of his knee, on the back of his neck, excuse me. And now, Camacho going up to the high red district. Could this be? Well, a fiery and determined Copycat dropping, and that's it! That's it! Angel Camacho going over the top rope.
Your winner, Copycat!
Angel Camacho going over the top rope to get to the outside. Dropping down. Once he's kicked off the top rope there by Copycat, the winner of the first big, bad, and sexy challenge. The worst in the world, Copycat. Can he do that on November 2nd at Halloween Hangover? Can he be the man to outlast 29 other men and win the Monsters Bash Battle Royal? Could we be looking at the winner of this match as potentially the next IZW champion? A wonderful victory there for Copycat, as he now focuses on November 2nd. Angel Camacho, well, he also will be in that Monsters Bash Battle Royal. And hopefully he will learn something from his experience in this match. As his cage is certainly rattled, you see him making his way back to the back, and he may have dropped down on his head, fans. Fans still to come, that main event. Mixed tag team action coming up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, your IZW champion, the natural born leader, the savior of wrestling, Johnny Z.
It sounds good rolling off the tongue, doesn't it? Savior of wrestling. Say it again.
The savior of wrestling.
Yeah, say it with me louder. The savior of wrestling. That's right. That's good, Marianne.
John, how do you feel about Damon's comments earlier tonight where he all but guaranteed the winner of the Monsters Bash would be facing him at Chaotic Christmas?
How do I feel about that? I'm amused by it, Marianne. I mean, let's face it. He's a false prophet. And false prophets deliver false messages all the time. I mean, at Redemption, he all but guaranteed that he was going to become the IZW champion. Who's the IZW champion, Marianne?
You are?
So, what does that make the big...
Hey. You.
Yeah, me. Who are you again?
Hey, I thought I heard that garbage coming out, that very familiar sound, that garbage that I'm so used to hearing all the time. And I thought that had to be my good buddy, Emperor Z, isn't that right?
Yeah. The savior. Try it. See if you can get it like everyone else.
Good.
The savior of wrestling.
Emperor Z.
It rolls off the tongue.
The natural born trader of wrestling, right? The way I saw it at Redemption, it looked like you were up to your old tricks again. Looked like you did anything you possibly could to hold on to that IZW championship.
Isn't that the goal, Double D? I mean, you did have it, and now I do.
Sometimes the goal is for people to actually beat somebody, but sometimes we gotta kick refs in the nuts. That's just the way we gotta do it, right? Exactly.
Yeah. Make them do their job.
I'm not convinced at Halloween Hangover that you're going to defeat Damon Windsor. I'm not convinced. I don't believe that the Force is convinced. Hell, I don't even think that you are convinced that you're going to beat Big Business. However, if you do, and I do know, I don't care what you say, you do remember me, and you do remember the Force. If you do, you're looking at your opponent at Chaotic Christmas, because I will be the first man to enter that Monsters Bash Battle Royal, #1, 2 years in a row, and win that Battle Royal 2 years in a row, November 2nd at Halloween Hangover. You can guarantee it, and you can guarantee that I will then go on to Chaotic Christmas. And if you just happen to weasel your way out of that match, just know I'll be coming for you, and I'm gonna teach you, just like I do every single time, that you will always respect the Force.
So, Blue, you got this mixed tag up next. And, you don't look like you're doing so hot. I saw your match last week at Redemption. All 4 of them put their hands on you. They all put you down. And if you're not 100%, if you're not okay to go tonight, if you need to bow out, you won't have any heat from me. You won't lose any respect over here. I'll go out there by myself if I have to. I just want to make sure you're okay.
You know what? I am not okay. I am pissed off. Last week at Redemption, it took a man, 2 divas, and the convict to take me out. But you know what? I don't want to back out tonight, because tonight, I'm in it for some sweet revenge.
Oh, in the business for some revenge, are you? Well, I like that. You're kind of feisty, aren't you? All right, then I guess we're on. Big Business and the megastar, put her there. Because tonight, we're going to go whoop some big time ass tonight. Because Big Business is going up!
And Erica is going down.
Down, 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 down,
Every Saturday night, this is who we are.
Price, you're fired!
It's a cash emergency. Super Pawn Woman to the rescue.
When you need fast cash or great deals, come experience the fast, family-friendly service at Maverick Pawn, where they'll get you the cash you need to get back on your feet and make you a deal on the things you just can't live without. They've got a huge variety of jewelry, tools, game systems, and electronics. They'll even cash your tax refund check right on the spot. And don't forget they buy gold. Great deals. Fast cash. It's Maverick Pawn. 357-4911. IZW is changing the wrestling world and taking over the World Wide Web. Like us on Facebook for exclusive photos, superstar interviews, and fan polls. Follow us on Twitter and keep up with your favorite IZW superstars. And go to izwrestling.com for exclusive articles, the latest news, and results. Click Media to keep up with all the episodes of Impact Television and After the Impact. Click on IZW Shop to order superstar t-shirts and IZW DVDs, Blu-rays, and combo packs. Get the full Impact Zone wrestling experience and be part of the IZW world. An opportunity of glory. A chance to carve your name into history. The quest for immortality. November 2nd, the entire IZW roster will wage war. Many will fall. But only one will move on to Chaotic Christmas and challenge for the IZW Championship. The Monsters Bash Battle Royal. It's coming. Halloween Hangover.
Fans, November 2nd, 2013, the next huge event here for IZW, Halloween Hangover, the Monsters Bash Battle Royal. 30 IZW stars in that ring, all vying for one opportunity to face the IZW champion. That's what everything is driving for over the next few weeks. You want to make sure you keep up with what's going on in IZW. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Make sure that your voice is heard as we present to you all the insides and outs as we drive towards Hangover. Who will be the man to walk out of the Monsters Bash Battle Royal to challenge the champion, and who will be the champion? We know IZW champion Johnny Z will be defending his title again against Big Business Damon Windsor at Halloween Hangover as well. That match already announced. And then whoever walks away from that, looking forward to Chaotic Christmas as well. Fans, at this time, it's time for our main event, and I get really nervous when this music plays.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall, with the 30-minute time limit. Coming to the ring first, he is Convict!
The Convict, the indestructible force here in IZW, former IZW champion.
And his partner, she is Madam Commissioner, Queen of IZW, Erica!
And Madam Commissioner Erica here as well. And she doesn't seem thrilled with the Convict, but who can tell how the Convict reacts to that. Nevertheless, it will be mixed tag team action here in our main event. And again, you saw the backstage comments of Big Business Damon Windsor and the megastar Angel Blue. Angel Blue appears to still be suffering some lingering effects from the 15 to 20 that was given to her by the Convict in this very ring last week. Absolutely despicable actions on the part of Impact Elite. And right now making his way to the ring, the number one contender, still the number one contender to the IZW Championship.
And their opponents, they are the team of the megastar, Angel Blue, and Big Business, Damon Windsor.
Damon Windsor preceded by the woman who challenged unsuccessfully for the Queen's Crown of IZW in the first ever women's dog collar match last week here at Redemption. Again, fans, if you were not able to be here, buy that on demand. Tune in at CFL.tv. Find the on-demand for that Redemption pay-per-view. It is 100% worth every penny that you will pay for it. Right now, we look forward to seeing some tag team competition. Right here in this ring, as Damon Windsor steps over the top rope to enter the ring. He faces a very, very stiff challenge ahead of him in the form of the Convict. And again, you can see Angel Blue favoring that neck. Still suffering the lingering effects of that dog collar chain, yanking her around the ring. Referee Ken Snodgrass what's going on here? Well, it appears we're once again going to be joined by the natural born leader, Johnny Z.
You see, I've been sitting in the back thinking about this match, Damon. I'm going to come out here. I'm going to sit here with CM Burnham himself. I'm going to do a little commentary, and I'm going to tell everyone watching around the world exactly why the Convict is punishing you. I'm going to watch him punish you for refusing to worship your Savior like you should. Like all of you should. But you see, at Halloween Hangover, Damon, it may all change. Because after your guarantee becomes another false prophecy, another letdown, after I retain my IZW championship, maybe then, and only then, will I let you get on your knees, bow down before me, and worship your Savior once again.
Well, fans, it appears that history is going to be repeating itself as once again I am being joined by the IZW champion, the founder, the owner, and the natural born leader, and lest I forget, the savior of professional wrestling, Johnny Z. As he makes his way here into the announce booth. Welcome, Mr. Champion.
You're going down! Call me Savior again. Call me Savior again.
Savior of professional wrestling, Johnny Z.
Oh, I love the way that sounds. I love the way that sounds, Burnham. You know, you think after Redemption that all these idiots in the crowd would see that I am the Savior of professional wrestling. Ooh! That's no way to treat a queen.
Well, that's certainly the way to start off a match here, though, as Angel Blue certainly has a score to settle from last week.
Man, you know, there's a word for women like her, and it starts with B, but I'm not allowed to say that on a family show like this. It's actually butt ugly. That's what it is. But Erica, Madam Commissioner, she is beautiful. Say it again. Call me the Savior again. Come on.
The Savior of professional wrestling.
And it just rolls off the tongue. You know, you think Damon will be smart enough after Redemption to just start bowing before me and worshiping me again.
Right now, it looks like Madam Commissioner Erica, certainly Angel Blue seems to certainly have her number. Wow!
Well, I mean, let's not pretend that Angel Blue is not a skilled performer, Mr. Burnham. The fact is, I employ her here at IZW because she is one of the best at what she does.
Well, do you endorse what it is that happened last week when the Convict gave her the 15 to 20 after that brutal dog collar match?
Well, I mean, you're talking about during the dog collar match, right?
Yes.
The one with no rules?
Right, yes.
I feel just fine about it. I mean, it was within the scope of the match. Right?
Technically, yes.
Okay, so don't be so upset about it. Wesley Bradfield, can you hear me?
Well, we seem to have a pattern of opinion here, and a pattern of behavior here on the part of Madam Commissioner Erica.
It's called keeping her crown, Mr. Burnham. It's called retaining her championship. The same way I retained my IZW championship.
Well, every time the Madam Commissioner Erica gets in a little bit of trouble here, she crawls over, tags in the convict. And then once
Isn't
again,
that smart?
Angel Blue, I will give her credit. She has not backed down at every moment that the convict steps into that ring, and you know she's got to be remembering that impact from last week.
Oh, she's gonna remember the impact of that 15 to 20 for a lot longer than a week. You know, I can assure this crowd that Erica is not a dude. I mean, all they need to do is look at her. Does she look like a dude to you, Burnham?
She does not look overly masculine to me, no.
You have such a politically correct way of answering everything.
Oh, come on!
Oh! Hey, that wasn't politically correct, was it?
And I'm pretty sure that wouldn't have been deemed legal if referee Chance Snodgrass had been able to see it. Now Erica moving in for a pin. 1, 2.
Isn't that the point of doing it behind Chance Snodgrass's back, is so he won't see it? Listen to this crowd. They are excited fans. They are on their feet. They are giving it their all for Angel Blue.
Oh, wow.
As Madam Commissioner just showed them.
Famouser there. Erica down once again. Not enough, though.
All of their chanting, all of their screaming, all of their hoping and praying, it means nothing. Because you cannot beat status, you cannot beat expectations.
All those men have changed last week in the IZW Championship.
Well, it's a good thing we're not playing horseshoes, Burnham, because almost doesn't matter.
And once again, the convict back in the ring. Simply standing.
What's he gonna do to her?
I don't want him to do anything to her at all.
Well, is Damon gonna man up and get in the ring at some point?
Well, he didn't have to. He delivered that. Here we go. There's the answer to your question. Here comes Big Business. Big Business rocking the face, the masked face of the convict. Big Business driving those forearms. One after the other, after the other. He's got the convict on the ropes.
Oh, man.
Irish whip going
look at
for it.
that.
Close by the convict. Convict just stands straight up.
Man, Convict is a monster. Convict is taken down way bigger on way many more yards. Bam!
No!
You see how that's happened?
Well, Big Business went
This
down
is
there.
his yard.
And the convict, I called him the indestructible force in IZW.
Hey, if you want to know the truth, it'll probably be Johnny Z versus Convict and Chaotic Christmas, which would be easy for me because he's one of my worshipers and he'll just lay down. But that's for another day. Right now, what you need to know is that he is in the Monsters Bash Battle Royal, and I don't see anyone beating him because that is his yard. It's a good thing I have control of him. Well, Madam Commissioner has control of him.
Well, we have seen the convict in many situations where it appeared that he would walk in 100% with the advantage, for instance, the Impact Chamber. But
well, you know, he recovered the Holy Grail for his Savior. He put the Savior back on the throne where he belongs. Me,
yes.
Johnny Z, your IZW champion. Yes, the Holy Grail recovered by one of my followers.
Now the convict simply stepping across the throat of Damon Windsor as Windsor is 100% in enemy territory.
Snuff him out, Convict. Turn this match into a snuff film. What do you think of that, Burnham? You think we sell some copies of that? $8.99 on the web. Oh yeah, I mean, watching Damon in a snuff film's got to be better than watching him in a match. I mean, most of his matches are like snuff films.
Well, Damon Windsor trying to fire back, trying not to be snuffed out here.
Why don't you worship me, Burnham? It's obvious that you know he can't beat me. I haven't once heard you say that you believe in Damon Windsor, that you believe he can beat Johnny Z. I asked you before Redemption, do you believe Damon Windsor can beat me?
And I
you
said anything
no.
was possible. I said anything was possible.
You said no.
And last week, you proved that you could not beat him. You had to take the cheap way out. You had to kick Mark Wilson below the belt.
He cheated. He tried to choke me. I had to make him let go because Mark Wilson wouldn't throw the match out.
I have a feeling that you are very familiar with choking people yourself.
Are you trying to call me a cheater, Mr. Burnham?
Well, I'm certain that we could go look at some footage and I could be maybe proven wrong. But until this time, wow! Wow, look! And the convict right on top of Damon Windsor.
That's what I'm talking about, controlling his yard.
The shoulders are up here. The shoulders are up. Referee Chance Snodgrass right in there now, putting the shoulders down. Nope, not going for the pin.
That's right, convict. Cut the yard off. That ring look funny to you, Mr. Burnham?
No, not at all.
Oh yeah, it does. You know why? Because it's cut in half.
Well, the IZW world here 100% behind big business Damon Windsor, chanting his name, trying to inspire him as the convict scoops and slams.
Power!
And now here comes Madam Commissioner, Queen Erica.
Oh!
As she stomps the ribs.
She didn't like Damon when he was in the group. She's loving it. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
And Windsor just tossing the queen.
Oh, no. How you gonna treat a woman like that? How you gonna treat a woman like that? You big old brute.
Delivered the 15 to 20 to Angel Blue. That's no
because
problem
Angel
there.
Blue put herself in a man's place.
And now, Madam Commissioner Erica quickly bringing the convict in. And look, there goes the convict after
Well,
Angel
she's trying
Blue.
to get involved. She's sticking her nose where it doesn't belong.
She was on the outside of the ring.
Trying to grab the convict's hair.
What hair? What hair did...
The hair under his mask. Oh, look at that. That's right. Count it. Put him down, convict.
All the way slammed there by the convict. Is that enough? No, not enough. Very close.
Going to go down and celebrate with the people.
Very close by the convict. And now, once again, the power of the convict on display as he just drives.
You know, I'm
Windsor
sure
down.
if Damon worked this crowd at all, they'd actually get behind him. You know, maybe a little big business chant. All he has to do is work him.
And now, Erica moving up to the top. Erica poised, nobody home. And Windsor makes the tag. Here comes the megastar, looking to get her hands on
Personally,
the
I
queen.
don't view her as the megastar. This just looks like a temper tantrum to me.
Well, whatever it is, it's very effective as he keeps putting Erica down. The convict in, trying to take effect as well. Windsor in, cutting off the convict.
This thing's breaking down.
It is.
You know what? I pay these officials to have a lot more control than this. They talk about an abuse of power. This is the reason I have to act the way I do. Look at what they're doing.
Well, you can see referee Chance. Oh! Chance Snodgrass dropped. Damon Windsor runs straight into the referee. Snodgrass roll all the way to the outside. We have lost total control here. Here comes
what
Mark
the
Wilson.
hell? What the hell is he doing here? This isn't his match. He wasn't assigned to this match.
Nobody's
talking about
no
abuse of
referee
power.
assigned that.
Our senior official out here just throwing himself into a match that he's not assigned to.
Isn't that what a
That's
senior
an abuse of power.
He was trying to restore order. And he's being cornered by the convict. Johnny C left the announce table. And Windsor trying to take advantage of this situation. Windsor going for a clothesline, eats a big forearm from the Convict. Corner to corner goes Windsor. Convict charging in. Big impact in the corner. As Big Business looks to his corner, looks to Angel Blue, but I mean, if he tags in Angel Blue at this point, what could she do against the Convict? Convict again, changing in. Nobody home. Windsor going for the big time slam. Puts down the Convict. And seriously, come on. Johnny Z feeling the impact himself right in his testicles. And Angel Blue, down goes the Queen. 1, 2, that's it. Vince.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, Damon Windsor and Angel Blue!
Oh, Vince! What's good for the goose is good for the natural born leader. As Angel Blue and Big Business David Windsor stand victorious after Mark Wilson disposed of the savior of professional wrestling. Somebody get the savior a huge ice pack.